Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Big Hoss Outdoors here. I'm in the process of getting my bow dialed to where I want it for hunting season. You know, it's coming up rather quick here. I've been shooting this all summer, and my D-loop, it isn't bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and change it anyway. It's starting to show a little bit of fraying, and I would rather just change it and have that peace of mind that I'm not gonna have anything fail in the stand. So I figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. I did a video a while back where I tied a D-loop, but I don't think I really did a good job explaining how to do it and how it's done. So I thought I would do a little bit more in-depth video here and show you guys. So let's get into it. So as you can see, it's got a little bit of fraying here, and I've seen worse, but I'm just gonna go ahead and change it because I have the ability to. So yeah, and as you can see, I've tied soft nocks in here, so it makes it really easy to put a new D-loop on. I don't have to re-level the bow. All I need to do is literally cut the D-loop off and put a new one on. Okay, so this is about as good of a camera angle as I can get on this. You can't see me, but you don't need to. You need to see the D-loop. So that's what we're after. So that's what we're going to start with. So first thing you're going to do is cut your old D-loop off. Now, the trick here is to be very careful, and a sharp razor blade helps. You do not want to get into the servings. So what I do is just kind of hold it up, and I angle it away a little bit. The big thing is just be very careful not to cut into your servings, because if you do that, it's going to be a bad day, and you're not going to be happy. So I do that on both sides, and again, a sharp razor blade helps. So it doesn't slip, and you know, you have to not work as hard to get it cut off. So get it cut off just like that. And again, don't cut more than what you have to. You don't have to go crazy with this. Once you start getting it off, you can kind of work it and get it off. So I've kind of burnt into, so it was tied pretty good on there. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, my servings are actually starting to separate a little bit, but that's all right. My strings are still in good shape, but as you can see, I got the two soft nocks on here. So that's where I'll knock my arrow. And yeah, it just makes everything super easy when you're attempting to, yeah, when you just want to tie a D-loop. There's no re-leveling the bow or anything like that. So I start with a piece of D-loop about that long. That's probably about 4 inches. That actually might be a little bit on the short side, but we'll see how it goes. So I start by fraying both ends. Probably just get away with fraying one end, and I burn it. And I like to make sure that I get a really good ball on there so it can't slip through. And if it's not big enough, I just continue to burn it and get it hot until I am satisfied with the size of it. Like I said, you don't want it to slip through. So the bigger ball that you can burn on the end there, the better. So to start my first knot here, I always take the loop like this with the 2 tag ends, put it over, then come through with my tag ends. So I'm going to pull on the end that we didn't burn. You don't have to burn both ends. I know you said you did, but you don't. I was burning both ends kind of when I started for practice. And again, I don't consider myself a bow technician. I just like to work on my own stuff. So anyway, I pulled those through the loop, cinched it down. I've got that on there, and I'm just going to pull tension on it. So you're going to pull this all tight. So get it as snug as you can. You don't have to get crazy with it, but then, yeah. So the next thing that I want to do is come around the back side of the string here. I'm going to come back through the loop, and then I'm going to come around, and I run this pretty tight to the string because it will stretch. the D-loop cord will stretch. By the way, this is BCY cord. I believe it's number 24. It's the thinner of the two options that you can get. And that is not right. So this is always where I mess up. So you just want to make sure that the loops are always the same. Yeah. So, oh, I know what I did wrong. I came around. So you want to come back through on the opposite side of the string as this. So come back through and then come back through the loop. So if you didn't see how I did that, so basically my loop is coming up from this side of the string. So I'm going to come back on the other side of the string. I'm going to run it back through the big loop like this, back through the big loop. And then I'm going to come back down the other side of the string and then back through the little loop. And then I'm going to kind of pull it tight. So I don't know if you guys can see, but so where it comes back around, so this is on this side and it's on the opposite side of the string on this side. So you want them opposing. So now you're left with this tag end. So what I do is I cut it probably about a 1/4 inch from the string. So I've got about that much left on there. So I'll come back and fray it and make sure that everything is looking right. And then we burn. So big thing here is to make sure that you do not you don't want to burn your servings. I had a set of pliers somewhere. Yeah, here they are. Sorry, I should have had all this stuff ready to go. So I'm getting a little bit close there and my ball isn't quite where I like it. So I'm going to pull this through a little bit. It's going to tighten it up. And then that's going to give me a little bit more to come back and burn. And I twist the string. Sorry, I keep blowing out the lighter. I twist the string so kind of my flame can go up to make sure that I don't get into anything that I'm not supposed to. All right, feel pretty good about that. So you're looking at this right now and you're like, man, that's kind of a short D loop, but that's okay. So what I do, they make special pliers for this, but I kind of come in here with a pair of needle nose and I spread it and I just start cinching it down until it kind of gets bigger like that. And you do it so it's big enough to where you can get your D-loop pliers in there. So I'm not quite there yet, so get a little bit bigger. And these D-loop pliers, they're specially made for doing D-loops. So these go through the center or the part with the 3 prongs on it will go against the string, and then this part is what stretches your D-loop out. So you need to be able to get that in there, and it's kind of tight to get in there when you're first going. And then once you're in there, you just pull. And there you have it. Your D-loop is set. So, yeah. So that's what it should like when it's done. Here, I'll pause it and I'll give you a more close. So this is what it should look like when it's done. I might need to pull it a little bit tighter to get that down there, but it'll also pull in once you start shooting it. But yeah, as you can see, I've got this loop here going opposite of this loop, and that's how it should be. So, and again, you might need to twist this to get it in line with your peep when you're putting on a new D-loop. But yeah, that's how it's done. So anyway, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming along. Hope this helped. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next hunt. Peace.